Yay, always exciting to come to you from the comfort of my home. Welcome to the Queen Amina Show. Today we have amazing topic to talk about money. Everybody loves to make money, but how do you make it and how do you make it even online and be safe because of so much online scam that is out there? Our guest today is Dr. Breakthrough. He is a third time returning champion on the Queen Amina Show. And guess who he's bringing with him today? Amanda Wray, a young, vibrant woman that has decided to take this money business online into her own hands and changing lives around the world. Today, we have the privilege to have her right on the Queen Amina Show to help us understand how does this work and how we can get involved. So for those of you that will be joining us live, leave your comment. And if you're watching this later, please share the video, send me your comments, DM me either through Queen Amina Show on Facebook page, or you can send me an email on queenaminashow@gmail.com with any questions that you may have, and we will be able to answer it. Let me bring our guest up. Yay! Hello, everyone. Always exciting to see you guys. Amanda, you're muted.
Yes, I'm here.
All right.
You hear me? Great.
Yes, I can. And did I mute? Dr. Breakthrough, you're there, right?
I'm here.
Yeah, awesome. We can see you. Welcome to the Queen Amina Show. And thank you both so much. I understand how busy, especially you, Amanda, and Dr. Breakthrough, always helping people behind the scene. But you are going to be spending the next 1 hour with us. Thank you so much. Let's start with ladies first. Amanda, some of us don't know who you are, and some already know who you are, but still, could you please explain to us who is Amanda, this wonderful magic finger woman?
Hi, everyone out there. My name is Amanda Wray. I am a work from home mom. I actually started my online journey. I have 2 children, and I started my online journey back in 2015, basically looking for a way to control time. I wanted time freedom. It was more important than anything else to me, spending time. And I started looking on YouTube at different opportunities that was available out there. And I started to do my research. So in 2015, I joined a ton of opportunities online, and I did not have success. This went on for about 1.5 years, just joining the wrong opportunities. But not only that, not having the mindset that I needed in order to be successful. So in 2016, I decided to get a mentor, and I actually found a gentleman that was able to take me by the hand and teach me what to do in order to be successful online. And I decided that I wasn't going to I wasn't going to feel like I knew it all. I didn't feel like I just wanted to learn. That was basically it. And whatever he told me to do is what I was going to do, because I wanted it bad enough, because I was tired of living check to check. I was extremely stressed out at my job. I was working a lot of hours, and I can remember it like yesterday. My check was $1,080 every 2 weeks. Oh gosh.
Is she there?
Yeah, I think she'll be right back. But while she's gone, let me just say, folks, that her story is so incredible and so powerful. You definitely want to make sure you get a hold of someone. You don't want to miss this story, especially if you're a single parent mom or single parent dad. If you're a person that needs some financial income, she's got a story that's going to transform. I had her on my call Sunday night, and we had many people on the call giving testimonials using her program of all the different amounts of money they were able to make. 5,000, 3,000, 6,000, 10,000. One lady made just over $20,000 in the last 2 months, and her program's only been going 3 months. And so what she's going to tell you and what she's giving you literally is life transformational. Now, let me just say this while we're waiting for her to come back, was that I got online a friend of mine on Facebook that she's on my teams with different, network marketing and different businesses that I build. And I never see her post. And all of a sudden I started seeing this lady's post, and it said something like, I just made $50 doing online tasks, no selling, no recruiting. And then a couple days later, I saw one, hey, just made $100 doing online task. Then I saw another one. So anyway, she's back. But there you go. It's the lady of the hour. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm so sorry about that. I had lost reception. So just to let you guys know, I just was running around in circles, and
you mentioned your check, how much your check was.
Yes, my check was $1,080 every 2 weeks. So that was just enough to pay the bills. It didn't allow me to travel. It didn't allow me to really do much of anything. For those that don't know, being on an income like that with 2 children, it's just a lot. It was a lot. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start my online journey, and I don't care what it takes. I'm going to do whatever I need to do in order to make this happen. So in 2016, once I had a mentor, I was able to accumulate $50,000 in profit my first year, $50,000. So I didn't know if it was a fluke or what. I really didn't believe in the online space yet. I knew something was happening and it was possible, but it was like, it seemed too easy to be true. Moving on to 2017, I doubled my income. 2018, I tripled my income. I'm now a 7-figure earner in the industry. And what I realized is that it was all because I was losing focus. I didn't have the right mindset. I didn't come in with a mentor, and I didn't come in with the mindset of really learning and applying myself on a consistent basis. Okay, I just wanted to make the money. A lot of people get into the industry because their back is against the wall. They're not really thinking level-headed about what they need to do in order to be successful. They're just thinking about how simple it sounds, right? And I want to make the money now. And I realized I didn't have the right mindset. And a mentor was what allowed me to be able to do so. So just having that hands-on relationship and being able to see, okay, this is where I'm messing up. This is what I need to do now. And I need to be consistent. I started seeing results. And even though I had a mentor, it still took me 75 days to earn my first payout. But my first payout was a total of $1,800. And that's when I had the light bulb moment, because I remember my mentor telling me most people don't make it past their first 30 days in the industry before they're moving on to something else. And that made a lot of sense when I realized that it took me 75 days to get my first payout. But as I was going through the journey of learning and applying myself on a daily basis, I realized that something was happening. And I call it the snowball effect, right? Because things need time to grow, but as they grow, you can't stop it, because the online space is it's a huge monster. It's so much stuff out there. And what I realized is that as I was learning, I was growing, and more people were following me, getting to know, like, and trust me. But then what I also realized is that I wasn't selling anything. So the method that I was taught by my mentor was not to sell a product, because people connect with people. I just started branding myself. And the branding is the part that allowed me to make the money, the branding. A lot of trainings and opportunities that I was in, I was taught to go into 100 Facebook groups and spam your groups with information, go into your phone, contact 100 family and friends, purchase traffic. None of that was working for me. And what I realized is that the reason why it wasn't working is because people don't like to be sold, okay? Right? When we want something, we go into the store and we make the purchase. It's not someone knocking on the door and saying, oh, I need you to buy this, right? It's the other way around. So psychologically, we need to get out of the thought process of having to sell something and more about the approach. The approach is what works. So I started branding myself and really teaching myself a skill set that a lot of people have a hard time acquiring because they're learning the wrong way. They have certain sponsors and certain programs that tell them to do one thing, and that one thing that they're doing is allowing 97% of the people that come into the industry to fail. And when I had that light bulb moment, once again, I said, you know what, I'm going to use a different approach than everyone else, because if 3% is only making it in this industry, that means that we have a serious problem. I want to be the one to fix the problem. So with this opportunity that we have, where we're completing tasks, right? No one's focusing on selling anything. That's what makes it so simple. The opportunity that we have to recruit in order to get started and make money. And that allows people to really start to have that light bulb moment. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel. They can see themselves walking away from their daytime job, because the approach is what's making the money, not selling. So that's why I created SSM, and we have over 1,000 members. We're only about 3.5 months in, and we've paid out hundreds of thousands of dollars to our members because they're just growing their business. They're branding themselves, and they understand, because the training that we have is live, right? We go over a lot of the things that marketing gurus don't discuss. And I tell them the real story and the reason why they're not doing well and what to do in order to turn that around.
Awesome. I am going to still ask you a lot of questions. I noticed you've covered quite a lot, but we still have some questions here. Before I go into that, Dr. Breakthrough, you are this guy breaking through everything, and then you found Amanda. Tell us about that.
Yes, as I mentioned, a friend of mine that, we've been blessed to be at the top of 9 different companies. And in fact, one team I built to 1.5 million people worldwide. And I was the number 1 recruiter, number 1 income earner. Well, a lady who was number 2 was on my team, the number 2 recruiter. And just very, very nice young lady, just incredible. And she always she's never approached me with any opportunity. People know usually have to set me up with the owner and we have to do something special. But at any rate, all of a sudden, I started seeing these posts online, and I never saw her Facebook post before. And it says something like, hey, I just made $50 doing online tasks. And I was thinking, what is that? And then, hey, I made $100, no recruiting, no selling. And I'm thinking, what in the world? And so, and exactly what Amanda was teaching, it was working on me. It was causing curiosity. I was like, I wonder what Trisha's doing. Well, a couple of days later, hey, I made $250 doing online tasks. A couple of days later, hey, I made $500. Well, a month later, when I saw this post, here's the one that got me. It said I made $2,599, something like that, in the last 24 hours. Man, I called. Yeah.
I would want to see that.
I was like, wait, what? So I tried to be slick, right? So I said, Trish, Nadia is really quiet behind the scenes, and so this is something she might really like. What are you doing? And she's like, well, Doc, just go to the website, phone you. Oh, come on, Trish, this is me. What? I'm like,
I love that.
What are these online task things, right? And so here's what I love. So a person, in network marketing, of course, they call upline. I don't call that. I call senior success line, right? Mm-hmm. So I've always been her senior success line. Now here I am asking her what she's doing. And now I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and join. So I started talking about my wife, and then I decided to join. I was like, you know what? Because what I do, I love sales. I love marketing. I love recruiting. I love teaching people this. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people, Amanda, a lot of people just don't feel comfortable. And a lot of people, like my wife, she wants to be behind the scenes. She's not an upfront person. And she's, I'm more of a in your face type personality, right? Where a lot of people aren't like that, right? And so for a lot of people, they're like, man, if I could do something where I didn't have to recruit anybody. And I was always thinking, that's the only way you build a business that I know. But with Amanda's program, she started teaching, no, we don't recruit here. It's called attraction marketing. And so what happened was the guy that always recruited this young lady to be on my different teams, was now, watch this now, I literally, because of her doing what Amanda taught step by step, I called her and then I got started with her. I found out, by the way, she was at the top level diamond. So I started at diamond level as well. And she mentioned something about a traffic pack. And I said, what's a traffic pack? She said, well, that's where you go and get the 125 leads. They have other ones, but 125 leads for $250. She said, but you don't call them. You don't email them. Amanda's company will take care of all that. And she's going to pay you based on the sales that I said, wait a minute, that's called done for you. I was like, wait a minute, Trisha, do you know how many people would love to be part of something like this? And then here's the thing that got me, and I'm going to turn it back to you. I was like, okay, but I want to know exactly what these tasks are. And in a nutshell, she's like, just go to the website, watch the presentation. I'm like, Trisha. Well, Trisha, what it is. she was staying by the script, right? That's what Amanda teaches, right? And, but in a nutshell, I found out those tasks are things that most of us are doing every day anyway. So the question that I think a person should ask themselves is, if I'm doing some things every day anyway, wouldn't it be wise to get connected with a program where I can now leverage that and start getting paid for doing things that I'm already doing consistently? While, and here's the big one, you talk about a breakthrough, while I'm learning a skill that once you learn this skill, you can apply it to anything and it'll change everything. And so that's how I got started. As a matter of fact, I had Amanda on my call. I do a Kingdompreneur Bible Success call on Sunday night. And I had Amanda on my call, my wife, my ABCD, my adorable brown caramel delight, my wife, Nadia. She usually always does the introductions, and she's always, she's on the call. So she did the introduction, and then she started hearing these different testimonials, and then she heard Amanda. And so when it was done, she's like, baby, what's your link? I want to do this. So she said, but I don't want to do it on my Facebook page. Can I open up a brand new one? And I said, baby, this thing works no matter what, right? So I said, she'll teach you exactly what to do. And you're a step-by-step. Me, I'm more of wanting to create something. When my wife is a step-by-step, follow you, do exactly what you say, right? And so I said, just go ahead and do that. And so that's my beautiful wife. After hearing this program, now she's been seeing the payments. I've been earning money. Even last week we moved. While I was moving, I made $1,250 while I was moving, because what I found out, even while I'm moving, I still was getting on Facebook and I still could do a few things on my computer. And I found out Amanda's program will pay you if you follow step-by-step instructions. So question, can you follow step-by-step instructions? Yes, yes, or yes. Question, since you're already doing some things every day anyway, what if you can learn how to do those things in such a way that you get paid? And if your answer is yes, yes, or yes, well, then you better listen to Amanda.
Wow, amazing. A lot of people would listen to a broadcast like this and think, oh, it's one of those things again that, you have a pyramid scheme. And let me quickly tell our audience, reality check. 2019, it was estimated, by the way, this is starts from Optimamal. It's a website here in Canada where you can get statistics of things that is happening in the market. 2019, it was estimated that 1.9 billion people were buying stuff digitally. 2020, listen to this, 2020, even with the pandemic, there were 4 trillion estimated market product that is going to be online, and there are 14 billion people buying. So this is going to go from now, the scale is going to keep going up, how many people are going online. Now, there's so many other online businesses out there. This question is for you, Amanda. Why is your system better than any other system out there? Say somebody that wants to go online business and they've been searching and searching, just like you were searching around, and you came up with this plan. Tell our audience, why is your system better? Why should they come with us?
Yeah, so the thing that's different about SSM and a system that was built is because, first off, it has an emotional aspect attached to it. And when we talk about emotional, it was built because of the pandemic, okay, because of COVID-19. I wanted to do something to give back because I was one of those people that didn't have to worry about going out. I was able to be at home with my kids. Money was not an issue, but it felt like a lot of the people that was around me was struggling. They were losing their jobs. They were losing their income. They were extremely stressed out. A lot of people that were even online wasn't making a ton of money because everything was just, it was like a drought had happened and people were afraid. So we had some people that was even afraid to spend money because they didn't know when they were getting their next payment.
That's right.
So I had decided, and I told my programmer, which is the guy that built out SSM for me, is that I wanted to create something and I wanted to give back $10,000 to my team. Okay, that was my goal. I'm like, I don't care who it is. I just want to give back. And $10,000 was the number. He goes, Amanda, what do you mean? I'm confused. And I said, I want to, God laid it on my heart to give out $10,000. I don't know why. I don't know what that number, where it came from, but that's what I wanted to do. Not only that, I wanted to create a system that was going to put money in people's pockets without them having to recruit. Okay. So I said, I want people out there to help me build out SSM, but I want to give them all of the tools that they need in order to do it. And then I'm going to help them for helping me. And not only that, I felt that the people that come aboard, not only are they helping themselves, they're going to help other people. So I said, what I want to do is every dime that comes in, because at the time I have a huge following. I have a lot of people that follow me. They trust me. They believe in me. Whatever I do, they want to do. So I said, instead of taking that money that I'm going to get from the people that join me, I'm not going to take it and just put it in my bank account. I'm going to take it and I'm going to give it back to the SSM members. And what that basically means is that every time a person comes into the opportunity, because I am a marketing, they call me a marketing genius now. We have about 7 different ways that I currently generate traffic. And from those 7 different ways that traffic comes in, a portion of that is given back to the team. So as an example, Dr. Stan, he brought in somebody a couple of weeks ago that came in at the $2,000 level. He gets $1,000 because that person came in under him. Instead of the other $1,000 going back to me, which is normally what happens, the money goes back to the creator. No, that other $1,000 is split amongst the members of SSM that are completing the task that we have.
Wow.
So that means that basically they don't have to recruit. As long as they're completing the task, they get a portion of everything that comes in through SSM. They're getting paid for their efforts.
Wow.
And people will work hard if they're paid, right? That's the thing, is that most people that come into an opportunity, it's not that they don't know what to do. They lose hope in the program that they're in because their efforts and their time is being wasted. That's what's happening. So if we're not wasting people's time and they're getting paid for their efforts, they will continue to work hard. And that's what we created. We created a community where people feel needed, right? But not only that, they see changes in what's going on within their business because they're branding themselves at the same time. They're learning how to put themselves out there, what to do, the easiest way to do it. Anybody can do it. But not only that, they can earn while they learn. So I'm teaching people how to brand themselves the easiest way that you can. And not only that, step by step, what to do when they sit at the computer. So we do take about 1.5 hours to 2 hours per day, utilizing the SSM system and what we have created. But it's extremely effective because we're doing it as one. We're moving as one, right? So some of the tasks that we complete, let's go over that really quick. We join the webinars, which is once a week in the evening, right? You come onto the webinar, you get a point for being a part of the webinar. Why? Webinars are extremely powerful. So when we have people that come on the webinars and there's 300, 400, 500 people a part of a webinar, that is extremely powerful. People want to be a part of something. We also give a point for people being a part of the training. You come onto the training, you are now learning what you're doing wrong and what to do in order to get it right. You get a point for that. We have banners that we use in our Facebook group. We have a Facebook group. Every time you get a banner, you place the banner into the Facebook group, you get a point. So these are the things that we do. It's like a point system. And what you'll realize is as you're maintaining these points, you're accumulating funds, but you also are accumulating a skill set that most people, it takes years and years to acquire, but we're doing it on a fast pace because we're spending a certain amount of hours each day on the computer. So people are getting results faster than they would because we don't talk about unrealistic expectations. We talk about realistic expectations and what it's really going to take in order to be successful. When you come into an opportunity, you need to be going 100 miles per hour. Why? Wow. Because this is reality and things happen. If for any reason your business slows down, if you are going 100 miles per hour, you're going to still make money. But if you start out at 40 miles per hour and you get sick, you catch the flu, the kids get sick, something comes up, then what happens? Now you're at 0 miles per hour. So what we do is we talk about the things that's going to build the foundation, realistically how long it's going to take, and what you need to do in order to get started. And we drill this in week after week after week until people get it. And to be honest, we all learn at different speeds, right? So some people it's going to take them a month, some people a couple of weeks, some people come in there already pretty computer savvy. It doesn't take them that much time at all. But the ultimate goal is to build leaders. That's the ultimate goal, is to build leaders, because I know if I can get people to duplicate the process, they won't have to worry about earning money online. And that's what we want to do with SSM.
It's actually amazing because I just came in and I learned something from the video, how you can get your video, your live video on Facebook to YouTube. I never knew that was ever possible. And just like Dr. Stan said, that the skills you're learning with the SSM, you can apply it to anywhere. I actually, the 2 days actually, I've been watching the video and chatting with Dr. Stan. I've learned some, like how to even put a caption, a proper caption on my YouTube videos. I had like so much YouTube videos that's just in a la la land out there and nobody's watching. And seriously, like just few days of watching your program and your trainings, I've gained 32 likes on my YouTube channel. And I was so surprised, like I didn't even have to do anything, you know. So I'm gonna take questions from the audience, but before I do that, I'm gonna ask Dr. Stan. Dr. Stan, you connecting with SSM, tell us a little bit of your testimony. Apart from the money that you've made, why would you introduce this business to somebody else?
Well, again, one of the things is because I connect, when I connect well with the owner of the company, I do things based on relationships. So my wife and I, we say we're a covenant couple building covenant relationships based on the covenant of promise. And we aspire to inspire breakthroughs even after we've expired. And so everything we do, we say if it's not win, 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 we're not in. But whenever it's win, 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 we're all the way in. Mm-hmm. And so when first of all, like I said, I saw the results that Trisha was getting. Mm-hmm. And when I found out the program, and Trisha said to me, she said something. She said, first of all, Doc, I didn't even know what this I was looking for something else, and I found this program online. And she said, I thought it sounded too good. She said, I thought it was a scam or something. And then she said, I got to thinking, well, you can get started for as little as 125. She said, well, I can waste 125. She said, this is her attitude when she first started. And she said, and then she's like, oh my goodness, this is incredible. So once she saw what was, and then she started applying and she started making money. So she upgraded all the way. And then she started just doing everything, and things are just is going crazy for her, crazy good, right? And then she said to me, and she's like, Doc, on all my years of doing, because me, I'm more of a high touch person. And Trisha's always been more of a high tech. But she said to me, I've learned more with this program than I have over the last couple of decades. And I'm always thinking Trish is the techie kind of person. Me, I'm not. If the techie person's saying they learned this, right? So here's what I know. I know there's a lot of people out there that aren't like me. They don't have the energy I have. They don't have the influence I have. They won't be traveling the world. They won't be exposed to new people all the time. I mean, I have constantly people calling me like, Doc, what are you doing? I need to do something, right? That's not the average person. So here's what we say. It's not what works. It's what do. So I always look for systems and ways that some of the people that don't seem to be able to do the things that even when I teach them, that they can do. Well, when Trisha started telling me, the light bulb went off. I said, wait a minute. So I said, okay, put me on the phone. Let me talk with her. And when I talked with Amanda, I sensed her heart. You know, when she mentioned something, man, I don't know if you remember, but you told me a story about your grandmother. And she's like, and so she's like, I had this thing. And Amanda made a statement, Lord, if you help me to prosper, I promise I'm going to give back.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, that's the kind of person I want to connect with. And I don't know if you remember this, Amanda. I said, look, we need to connect. I said, look, 1 + 1 is 2. That's cooperation. I said, but 1 and 1, that's 11. That's collaboration. And the greatest book ever written says 1 to chase 1,000, 2 will put 10,000 to flight. I said, so what you do combined with what I do, I said, oh my goodness, this could be, you know. So anyway, so we talked about me possibly, you know, doing some trainings or whatever else. And so, but I got started with the program, and Trish was right. Things that I thought I knew, unlike some of these simple things that I just overlooked, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!"
Yeah.
And so I start learning, and I'm like, "Wow!" And so here's what I have to do. I have to have somebody at the top of the company that I can respect, that has integrity, and that wants to create a win-win-win scenario. Now, as a minister, you know, I got in a way where I started doing win-lose. Like I made sure everybody else was winning, and I might be losing. My wife was like, "Baby, you can't let, you know, we gotta keep the proper balance, right?" And so, God, you know. I think men are women's physical protectors and women are men's heart protectors, right? And so anyway, I said, okay, so we got to make sure it's win-win-win, because when I do something, I'm going to give it my all. But I got to make sure that what I'm giving my all to is going to be giving something back, right?
That's right.
And so Amanda's program fit that, her heart, the program. But here's the key. I started seeing average, everyday people with no extra skills.
Wow.
Doing this and getting paid. And like she said, people talk about engagements. Like there's so many testimonials of people saying, hey, I got started within the first week or 2 weeks. My engagement went up 200, 300%, right? Like that's wild, crazy. So again, so I said, okay, this is a win-win-win scenario. And literally people that don't like to recruit, people that don't like to sell, people that don't want to get out there, that they just want to, from the computer, do daily tasks. I was like, man, there's so many people I know like that this is like an answer to their prayer. Mm-hmm. So now I could be an answer to their prayer by introducing them to something that they've been looking for. Right? Mm-hmm. And so I said, man, that's a perfect fit, because also when you got high touch and you mix it with high tech, you can get a bigger check, right?
I love that. High touch, high tech, you get a
bigger check, right? And then, as you mentioned, coronavirus, right? I lost 4 income streams during coronavirus. And so my wife and I, we said, okay, we got to establish a new income stream. So I established 6 more, and this was one of them. But this, out of everything else I'm doing, is like anybody can do this. Like you don't have to have any degrees. Mm-hmm. Only thing you got to do is have this. Well, I guess there's one degree you got to have. It's called follow, the degree in fellowship, right? You just got to follow, right? Because so many people want to try to reinvent. No, if you can just follow, just do what Amanda teaches, right? And here's another thing, by the way, the camaraderie, the community, the spirit of, first of all, people are accepted. You know, people are celebrated.
Mm-hmm. I see that.
Yeah, it's like, hey, it's like And today we live in such a crazy world, and most people are hating on each other. But here there's a spirit of, first of all, acceptance, right? Like you know, I mean, hey, everybody, I'm a minister. Everybody's not a minister. Everybody doesn't believe like I believe. You know, different people have different beliefs. But guess what? It's like, hey, we respect, you know, as long as you're not pushing what you do on us, you know, hey, but we accept you based on the fact you're part of this program, and we're all doing these tasks and these things together. And each of us are helping to bless others. Now, for instance, let me give you an illustration. So a guy yesterday inboxes me from Sunday, from South Africa, right? He says, man, listen, I'm really on fire for God, and I'm looking for, you are on fire for God. He's like, look, what are you doing for business? Because I want to go in business with you. And I said, well, there's something that you never have to recruit. He said, man, come on, I'm ready.
Wow. Wow.
And so that was so there's a whole group of people that I'm going to be able to reach, right? That maybe some other people won't be able to reach, and I'll be able to bring them to Amanda's program. Say, okay, listen, just follow the instructions. So that's why I got involved, because again, Amanda's heart. And when you get on, like every Wednesday, they do webinars, and Amanda will say stuff like, I'm not going to do my ugly cry today, you know, because people are giving testimonials of how this program changed your life. See, because Amanda was being very unselfish and said, I'm going to bless others, then God has put his hand on her and on this program, and it's touching people's lives. So here's what I say, 3 levels of success. Number 1 is making money, and unfortunately, most people stop there. Number 2, a higher level, is making a difference. But number 3, the highest level, and this is what Amanda's program does, it's making money while you make a difference. And the more difference you make, the more money you make, the more money you make, the more difference you make.
Wow.
So that's what's so powerful. So I said, man, first of all, I'm an evangelist. Evangelist means a spreader of the good news, right? And the good news, first part of the good news is that, you know, you don't have to be poor, right? Like you said, come to preach the gospel to the poor. Well, what's the gospel is good news. What's good news to a poor man? You don't have to be poor anymore. Okay, well, telling him that is one thing. Giving him a way to do that is another thing. And this is something, again, you don't have to have any skill other than the skill of saying, I can follow the leader. I can do what I'm supposed to do. Because most people have a job mentality. And here's the way I put it. Amanda is hiring people to work for themselves. Oh, come on, somebody. Y'all didn't hear that. Let me say it again. Amanda, in essence, is hiring people to work for themselves because they're used to doing tasks every day, right? But they're used to doing tasks so somebody else can. No, she's like, the same task you're doing already, we're going to do it together as a team. You're going to get paid, but you're going to learn how to brand yourself. You're going to learn how to learn some things that you're going to be able to use to promote anything that you want. You're going to also develop leadership skills. And then she said, well, Doc, and I want you to do your breakthrough mindset training, and maybe twice a month, do some training for the people and so forth to make sure that they have the right mindset. And so I was like, man, what a perfect fit, right? And so I even have some people that are joining because they know how much I charge for my trainings. And I'm telling them, hey, but if you're part of this program, you can hear my trainings as part of the program. So I signed up somebody the other day. He said, I just want to learn, get your training. I was like, dude, you're gonna get my training, but you're gonna get a whole lot more. So that's why I did it. Like I told you, my wife, even after hearing Amanda Sunday night, said, you know what, baby, I think I need your link. I want to get started in that as well.
Awesome. You answered a lady's question. Her name is Amanda. Yeah, she was asking. Amanda says, hey, I don't have any technical background. I didn't go to school. I don't understand anything on the computer. Can I do this business? And you spoke about that, Dr. Stan, that all you need to do is a follow degree and just a followership mentality. Amanda, how do you manage all the people? Your business is about just few months old, correct? And you already have up to 1,000 people in your team. How do you manage to be able to, get to each and everybody's need? Because I know personally you've sent personal messages on email, and you are in contact all the time in your chat room and Facebook. I just want people to be comfortable that it's not one of those things that you come in and then you're left to swim or drown. So
Yeah. So what we do is we have, I kind of like, I think ahead of a little bit ahead for things like this. I didn't know we was going to have this many members this quickly. I really didn't. But the thing is I already work with a lot of 6 and 7 figure earners that have large followings and they have a huge team.
Okay.
So when I seen that it was coming, I already knew what to do because I have a lot of support.
Okay.
And I think that that's really important. When you're trying to build a business, I tell people it's like Beyonce. She doesn't build business alone. She has like an entourage, right? So when you have an entourage, you have people that are in control of certain pieces of the puzzle, it helps things to become, it's smoother. So what we have is we have success coaches, and these are people who have been in the industry that understands business. Okay, they understand the business model. They know the different terminologies that affiliate marketers and online marketers use, and they understand what it is that the average person needs in order to be successful. So right now we have 7 success coaches who work full-time during the day from their laptop, and they assist the members that come in. Now, on top of that, I also have 5 virtual assistants. And what virtual assistants do, they work behind the scenes. A lot of them are not right here from the US, but they also understand business, and they are very responsible, and they work really well with me. I've worked with them for years, some of them. And what we do is we delegate certain tasks, again, behind the scenes. So just how we have people who are actual members that have certain tasks, we then have certain parts of the team, our entourage, right, that have certain tasks that we delegate in order for me not to have a ton of pressure on making sure that everything moves properly. We meet once a week. And then there's some of us that we meet pretty much daily if we need to. But what we do is as we grow, we bring in more success coaches that we know understands business. They're willing to help, right? And they want to be a part of SSM in a big way. So as we grow, we just delegate things, and we have certain people behind the scenes that put together the moving parts of this business to make sure that no one person is overwhelmed.
Left behind.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about how, before I take another question, how can people connect to this business?
Yeah, so what they would do is whoever they are invited by, or whoever they heard the business opportunity from, they would get in contact with that person, and that person has a link. They'll send the link over to them, and they'll sign up from the link. As soon as they sign up with the link, there's a quick start video that I give. So I'm waving to everyone and just telling them I'm just happy that they're part of the team. And if they just view the information, it tells them exactly where to start and what to do first. Now, we have a community. We have a Facebook group. We have a Telegram chat. Our Telegram chat is now about I think we're over 600 members currently in the Telegram chat. They will go into the Telegram chat, and that's where we have 621 members currently in the Telegram chat. We have over 4,500 members/prospects in the Facebook group. Okay. When they sign up, they're going to be given each and every link that they need to join in on our trainings and our webinars. Okay. Along with other trainings that we have. We have an onboarding session. So it's a meet and greet where we get on a live Zoom and we discuss exactly what to do. Even though it's already in the back office, we have Kurt Worrell who's going to speak to you, and he does this twice a week and tell you exactly what to do and answer any questions. Not only that, we have a 15-minute session for every single member where they have an onboarding phone call with a success coach to answer any questions, and that's more personable on a one-on-one level. As people come in, and they come in at the higher levels, they get more time, one-on-one time with a success coach. And we have presentations that basically break everything down so people know. And the reason why we did this, let me just say one thing. When I was getting into opportunities back in 2015, There was so much stuff in the back office. Some of it was outdated. Some of it made no sense. It was never one-on-one, like step by step, what I need to do. So I would start an opportunity and then I would wind up giving up because it was so overwhelming, right? No, we want things to be broken down in black and white. We don't want there to be any gray areas where people are guessing about what they need to do in order to be successful. And that's what SSM does. We want it to be where as soon as you get online, you know what to do day one all the way through day 30. And you don't have to assume, you don't have to guess, you don't have to learn a whole bunch of systems. You don't have to be on Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and all of these other different social media platforms. We work together as one, and we focus on one system all together. So that really eliminates the stress, worrying how to build funnels, worrying about how to grow an email list, how to set up an order responder, learning how to navigate all of these different programs. You don't have to do any of that. And that's why we're having the success that we're having, because it's easier to teach one method, right? And then as people grow and mature and really understand business, moving them to another level. So right now we have 3 phases. You start at phase 1, and as you grow and learn, you move up to different phases. And all that's going to do is just make you more money, right? So people are like, do I need to know how to do Facebook Lives? I don't like to do video marketing. You don't need any of that. I didn't do video marketing for a whole year and a half and was making money without it, right? But then I wanted to get out of my comfort zone because I'm like, people got to hear my testimony. I need to speak to the people. And I remember the first time that I did a Facebook Live, I was in Vegas. I'll never forget. It took me like hours to get ready. The makeup had to be right. The sun had to be perfect. I was chewing the gum so hard. I can remember, if you go to my Facebook page, you'll see it was a mess because I was so nervous, but it was powerful. I had over 1,500 people view my first Facebook Live. Wow. And I realized that was my calling. People were touched. They were excited for me. They were rooting for me. They wanted to know what I was doing. And I'm like, gosh, it took me a year and a half to do that. But to me, you know what, that day was a movement. And what happened this year, 3 months ago, was a movement. And I noticed that it's just, I'm giving this, I have these light bulb moments. I tell Dr. Stan, there's these light bulb moments that I have. And every so often they come and it's just so powerful and it's moving, not just to myself, but to hear people saying, I quit my job last month. I quit my job 3 months ago. I can't believe this is happening. This is on a daily basis. I can't make this up. People are coming from all over the world, how they've been touched because they finally understand and they're finally earning money and they don't have to feel like they're chasing people and bothering people and they're upsetting people. They're worrying where their next dollar is coming from. It's just extremely powerful.
So I have a question from a live audience here. David Ona, I would post the question, and that is to Amanda. So please, what's the estimated number of hours a participant requires in a week to join the business?
You'll need about 7 to 10 hours a week. That's how much time we're spending online. That's not including the webinars, which is about 1 hour long. And we have our trainings, which is about an hour to an hour and a half long. Now with the trainings, I tell people they don't have to come live, especially if they don't have questions. They should, because it's nothing like being somewhere live, right? And experiencing that community, that atmosphere. But you can always watch the replays because all of the recordings of the trainings are in the back office of SSM.
Okay. I hope that answers your question, Mr. David. Thank you so much. Guys, seriously, hi, Naveen. I can see you. Thank you for joining. This is the owner of this SSM business that we're talking about. So it's not something in the air somewhere where There's a website, and you just go and you log in and put in your credit card there and see you never kind of thing. Amanda is real. She introduced herself from the beginning. She's a stay-at-home mom. Powerful. Because one of the most depressing things, I have 2 children, is to stay at home and don't make any money.
That's the truth.
So she knows what I'm talking about. So guys, this is a real human being. Her system works, and she is there. She's accessible. And Dr. Breakthrough will not be connected with anything that is going to bring his name down. That I know. And this girl too.
Queen, the scripture says a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches.
That's right.
And so I've said no to a lot of things that I could have made a lot of money, but there was no integrity, and it was something that I knew wouldn't last. So, and again, what you have to do, you have to try to get a bunch of people to sign up in that deal, and knowing you're going to make some money and then it's going to go down, right? So no, this is where Amanda's like the people's champion, okay? And so
I'm going to add to that. Like, we were recently scammed of over $200,000 online, me and some of my friends. And I right away, when I was told about this, the first thing I said, I'm like, like, I don't want no get rich quick thing. I just want to go back to my, I'm a farm girl. I just want to do my things. Like he said, a good name is the only thing that you will have left. And we are very careful. But haven't spoken to Amanda, haven't searched her out. Guys, I am telling you, just search her, search the system, search what she's doing. I'm not saying come 100%, oh, this is guaranteed you're going to become rich tomorrow. No, I love your system, Amanda, because you are very transparent and very straight and very honest. If you don't work, you can't make it work. And you're saying don't go off and doing your own things. Follow the system, follow exactly to the T. And I quickly learned that. I was trying to jump the hook. I'm a fast person. I want it done now.
Well, let me say something real quick though. Yeah, but let me say this: if you really want to get the heart of Amanda in the community, every Wednesday night at 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern, there's a webinar.
I'm gonna be posting that,
right.
The link. I'm gonna post the link to the website, Amanda's link, and I will post the webinar link, so you guys can actually join in from anywhere
and listen
and just listen,
feel, sense what's going on, and you then judge for yourself, and you'll see. But I'm telling you, Amanda, one of the things also is that she's very, like you said, transparent, but she's very humble. See, it's been said.
Don't get a six-figure earner to just come on your webinar just like that.
Yeah. So somebody said, don't let failure go to your heart, and don't let success go to your head. What she's doing is she's committed part of her life, like I have, to helping other people be successful. So guess what? She went through all the hard stuff. She went through all this didn't work, that didn't work. And so she created her program. Let me tell you one thing real quick that'll blow your mind. And most programs are like this. She has different levels you can join at. If you join at the lowest level, right? Because she says just get in where you fit in. But if you join at the lowest level, and but her company has a way where they do some selling for you, and they show you how to get to how to create organic traffic. But then there's paid traffic, and they do it for you. If they sell someone on the highest package, you get paid 50% of that. So if it's $2,000, that's $1,000. Most companies will tell you, no, you're not qualified. You have to upgrade and be at the highest level first. Amanda said, no, not here. Where you get in where you fit in, and if that's all you can afford, that's what you afford. But if something comes in there, you still get paid. When she said that really revealed her heart, because most owners, they would just say, hey, we got this rule. You need to upgrade. If you upgrade, then I'll pay you this. If not, you lost it. She says, no, you get it anyway.
Wow.
So that's the kind of heart that she has. And if you're looking for somebody with a heart, and somebody that not just has a heart, but has a hand that's going to give you a hand up, not a hand out, but a hand up, right? This is the place for you.
Yeah, I saw a post of a lady and I was trying to share that screen, but I don't know why it's not working on our Facebook group. And she joined at the lower level, and now she's at the higher level with the help of the money she made within the company. She didn't have to bring anything from outside the company. It was the money she made that helped her quickly grew to the top, and she was posting that. And I see that everybody at their level is being celebrated. That blew my
Yeah.
mind. You
Yeah,
don't have
we had a
to.
lady that made $1,000 on one day and made $500 within 3 hours the same day from using the system that we in
Wow.
the training. And she took that 1,500. She's like, Amanda, I need to be at the top level. I'm like, she's like, I gotta know what's in there. I want
There,
to know
right?
what's in that training. And she upgraded. A lot of people won't do that. They will go and spend the money. They don't want to reinvest in themselves. They don't want to grow their business. But she was like, you know what? I need to, if I'm able to accumulate that kind of money within one day, I need to know what's in the other levels. I want to go up. And she did it. As soon as she got paid, she went ahead and she invested in herself. And guys, all I can say, over the years, 2018, I'll never forget, when I created, it was like my second product, and I was I was going to vacation. I was leaving for Jamaica, and I had a guy call me. He gave me this offer, and he's like, I got this training. It's going to cost you $8,000 if you want it.
Wow.
Okay. I paid the $8,000 for the training right before I was leaving for vacation, because I wanted that training. I'm giving that training away, okay, in our SSM back office.
Wow.
And it's costing people hardly anything, but it's extremely powerful. So like how you said that you had those 32 likes on your YouTube video, that's just a small portion of the training that I paid
I
$8,000 for.
learned from your training. I
Yes,
learned
I
what
paid
to do.
$8,000.
Wow.
Overall, trainings that I've paid for have cost me over the course of the years, over $50,000 easy. $50,000. I invested in like 2 courses within 6 months that cost me like $15,000.
Wow.
All of this stuff. And what I did was I've taken the things that I've learned that was easy enough for people to duplicate. And that's how I created SSM. All of this stuff that they threw in there that was kind of like garbage and people didn't need, I just got rid of it, because that's a lot of things. People buy stuff and it's beefed up. Some of it is really good and some of it you don't need. So why don't we take the things that we really need? But not only that, what's going to allow us to move faster as one, to build momentum, and not only that, allow people to create financial freedom while they're doing it. And that's what I did with all of the different things that I've learned over the years. And I'm like, this is just so easy. Like I go to sleep and I wake up and it's like, money is not an issue. So now I'm able to focus on things that are better. Like, yes. Yep. It's just amazing.
Awesome. So you talk about, I was just starting to talk about celebration before we got into all the other talks. And I have a program that is coming up. I know somebody was saying, when are you going to talk about Vigor Awards? The Vigor Awards, we celebrate people like Amanda, everyday ordinary people that are doing extraordinary things to bless other people without asking for anything in return. They are the people that we celebrate. The person that is taking coffee to the homeless shelter every day for many years. That is just a hobby that developed to just bless other people. Or somebody like Amanda that got this powerful knowledge and did not want to keep it just to herself and begin to share her story and share her knowledge with other people and begin to make millionaires out of people just to help them get financially free. Dr. Breakthrough giving seminars all the time and traveling around the world and helping the less privileged people. Everyday ordinary people. So do you have a hero in your life? Go on our website, vigorawards.com, and nominate them under the right category. For Amanda, someone like Amanda, I would put right there under Achievement Award.
Thank you.
You have really, really grown from, just sitting at home with children into this figure, 7-figure income woman under what? 3 months? Wow. Yeah, somebody should be nominating Amanda, right? Yeah, so Vigo Award is 3rd and 4th of October. So look out for that, guys. And just follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and you'll be getting all the updates. Let me throw one more question. Oh my goodness, 1 hour already? Are you kidding me? We didn't even start. Okay, so let me quickly throw this question in. I'm sure a lot of people would want to know. So, what are some of the ways? I know you talked a little bit about how to be successful. One is follow everything that you are teaching. What are some of the other strategies to not make people quit? Like you said, most people come on online business and they just invest the money that they can walk away from without feeling any pain. And if it doesn't work the first few days, few weeks, they just leave the money and go away. So what are some of your advices for anyone that is coming into SSM? What should be their expectation and what should they do to remain focused and not quit? Because their success is the lifeline of SSM also. It's tied together.
Yes. So you have to be willing to be consistent. That's the first thing. With anything, I tell people it's like losing weight. I'm on a weight loss journey. I know it's not going to happen overnight and it's going to take some work, right? I'm not going to lose 10 pounds in a day. I'll be lucky if I lose it in a month, right? So we have to be consistent. Not only that, we have to apply what we learn as quickly as possible. What people normally do is they get on a training and they write down notes, they take notes, but they never start applying what they're learning. I tell everybody after the first module, you should be getting to work before you go to the second module, right? Some people want to view all the modules and then they want to start trying to apply themselves. No. One module at a time, you have to apply as you complete each module. That's the second thing. The third thing I tell people, which is extremely important, marry the process. Everyone's focusing on making the money. I understand that's what we're all here for. But if you focus on the process, the money will come.
That's right.
You have to focus on the process because if you're constantly focusing on the money, you'll never get anywhere because you're losing focus of the big picture. So the process is extremely important. And the other thing that's really important is that you stay connected with like-minded people. The connection is extremely important. Why? Because if you're around people that don't know what it is that you do, they don't understand what you do, how can they really support you in this journey? You need to be around people that you see are winning, that are doing the things that you want to do. You need an upline of support. If you stay around people that are stagnated, that are not trying to improve their life, they're not trying to move forward, how can you get to where you want to be? You always need to be around people that are a bit higher than you, that can teach you something, that can motivate you, encourage you, inspire you, all of those good things. I really didn't understand that until I started speaking to other 6- and 7-figure earners. And they used to say things, they talked to me about manifestation. I really didn't know what that was. What does that mean, Dr. Stan? I can't wait. But things like that, it's really important when it comes to your success. Not being around the crab of the barrel, being around other crabs that are just bringing you down, you know? So these are the things that we go over in the training: consistency, step by step, marrying the process, being around a community of support, people who understand what you're doing, not giving up. And you will see success. That's all it takes, is step by step, literally.
And all you need, according to Dr. Stan, is fellowship degree.
Yes.
But let me tell you this. But Amanda, she's kind of holding back a little bit. She is so serious about empowering people to succeed that she literally hired me to speak 2 trainings a month at least, where I'm empowering people with my breakthrough principles. Like, for instance, I enjoy empowering people to finally break through their crushing doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs that have crippled their success for years and even decades. And so she's like, Doc, so you come, so at least twice a month. So like, for instance, today I'm doing a training. And so the people that get on that training,
what time?
Well, 4:30. So somebody better hurry up and join so they can get on the training. But
5:30 Eastern. 5:30 Eastern.
Yes. So yes, 4:30 Central, 5:30 Eastern.
Post the link for me.
Well, once they join, it's in the back office, right?
Okay.
And so a person that joins, see, that's what I'm saying. She gives so many different perks, but she's done so many things to ensure. Because here's one of the principles I'm going to teach today. I'm going to give you a sneak peek, okay? That if people get this, it'll change your life forever. And that is this. Everything in life, let me say it again. Everything in life gets easier a long time. Did I say long time? A long time. Did I say long time? Okay. Everything in life gets easier a long time after it's hard. So we just have to get you to get through the hard part.
Wow.
See, that's it. That's it.
I love what someone says. He said, never be afraid of one person doing too many things for a short time, but always be afraid of one person doing one thing for a very long time, because they're going to get so good at it that it would scare the shit out of you.
Oh, watch your language now. But no, that was actually Bruce Lee that said.
This was how raw the person said it, and it makes sense.
Yeah, it was actually Bruce Lee that said, don't fear the man that can do 10,000 kicks. Fear the man or woman that does one kick 10,000 times. That's the original, right. That's the original.
That's another way, yeah. So it's very powerful, like what you said. I was just trying to emphasize on the fact that when you come into SSM, it's not any of those things out there where you come in today, tomorrow you make $100, the next day you make 20, and then 1 million, and then crash. No, this is a long-term process to keep you financially free, is basically what you're saying.
Right. And everybody's unique. So there's some people, their first day they make money, and there's other people may take them a month or a month and a half or whatever, right? And that's another beautiful thing. Everybody's accepted for where they are. And like she said, instead of crabs pulling you down in the bucket, we're kind of push you out. We're like, go, you can do this. Go, girl.
Right.
Go, brother.
And I love that system where she's like, go watch the video, just follow it. And she is so like detailed and straightforward. I found I am very difficult to follow things. Like I'm so like fast-paced that I want it now. I just want to know what it is, but it doesn't work. When I calm down and I clicked on one video, that's after I spoke with Dr. Stan, I clicked on one of the video, I put my headphone in and I listen to you speak, I pause, I go do it. And I listen to you speak, I pause and I go do it. I got through all my videos in one night, and it was that easy. And I learned so much stuff that not just for the business, but things that helps me because I'm already on the social media, but I'm on social media blindly. That's the truth. Because I know nothing about social media before the pandemic, so I'm still learning, but connecting with the things that you were teaching, I've gotten so much insight for social media that's going to help me even after I am not with SMS or I am not, it's still helping me, basically is what I'm saying. So guys, you out there, if you want to connect with Amanda, like I said, I'm going to put the link of her website down on the video. So share this broadcast, invite your friends to come on the webinar on Wednesday, right?
Yes.
And it's do they have to be signed up before they can just connect the link? And awesome. So that's cool. Oh, I see somebody saying already I'm going to be on tomorrow. Yeah, come on down. We're waiting for you. Awesome. So before I let you guys go, I think I'm going to let Amanda first tell us her final words of encouragement and, whatever you want to tell us so we can connect.
Yes. So what I want to leave you with is that remember, no two opportunities are the same. If you've had failure in the past, that's okay. We've all had failure in the past, right? It's a part of the process. It's a part of the growing pains. All you have to do is be willing to learn, apply yourself, be consistent, and you will see success. It's not an overnight get rich quick. Okay. It's not going to happen overnight. But if you're looking to leave your job within 6 months to a year, you can have financial freedom online. It's doable. You don't have to be a part of the 97%. And this opportunity will help you to grow any business, but not only that, brand yourself and be able to earn while you learn. So I look forward to having you guys a part of the team or coming to the webinar to see what it is that we have made, because it's truly changing lives all over the world. We are international and we want to support people in their journey. So thank you so much for having me, Queen Amina. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Amanda and Dr. Stan.
Hey, well, again, think about this. Socrates mentored Plato, and then Plato mentored Aristotle. It was Aristotle who mentored Alexander the Great. And then Andrew Carnegie mentored Napoleon Hill, who wrote the book Think and Grow Rich. Then Napoleon Hill mentored W. Clement Stone. Then W. Clement Stone mentored Jack Canfield, who became the co-author of the billion-dollar book series, Chicken Soup for the Soul. Benjamin Graham mentored Warren Buffett. And then Warren Buffett, of course, has mentored millions. By the way, they said to him, what should we invest in these hard economic times? And Warren Buffett said, easy, simple, invest in yourself, invest in your mind. You know, it was Dr. Benjamin Mays who mentored a young guy who now we know as Dr. Martin Luther King. And of course, Dr. Martin Luther King ended up mentoring millions. It was Bill Bailey, one of my main mentors, who also mentored Les Brown. And Les Brown, of course, has mentored millions and spoke one time to 80,000 people in the Atlanta, Georgia Dome. It was Bill Bailey who also mentored Jim Rohn. And then Jim Rohn became known as a foremost business philosopher before he passed. And he mentored a young guy named Tony Robbins that has mentored tens of millions. I mean, even in the Bible, Moses mentored Joshua, and then Joshua mentored 3 million Israelites, and Elijah mentored Elisha, and it was Ananias who mentored Saul that became Paul, and then it was Jesus who mentored the disciples and said this, the works that I do shall you do also, and greater works than these. The question is, who are your mentors? See, Amanda is an incredible, she wants to be your money mentor. I want to be your mindset mentor. And she's also, by the way, Amanda's going to be your social media mentor. So everyone with mentors has the potential of not just doing what the mentor has done, but exceeding. And so here's what we say. If you do like Amanda and I do, listen, if you believe like we believe and do like we do, what happens for us can happen for you. But because we're not the standard, it can happen even better for you. That's our desire. That's our prayer. That's why she designed the program. That's why Queen had us on this program. That's why you should join. Would you allow us to become your mentors so you can reach your dreams, your goals, and your aspirations? My name is Dr. Stan Harris. They call me Dr. Breakthrough. I can't provide the breakthrough. I just prescribe the breakthrough. But when people follow my breakthrough prescription, God Almighty provides the breakthrough they desire and deserve. And I win souls and warn souls for a living. I just do business to pay expenses.
Amen. Thank you so much. Just a quick recap. So from everything that we gathered from Amanda and Dr. Stan, says invest in yourselves. Very important. Join the webinar. The link is down below. Come see what Amanda, the magic she's performing, changing people's lives with her team. And follow the advice when you join in. Just don't come and listen and go away. Be consistent. Don't just join today and next week we don't see you. Join today, join next week and the week after until you get it. And she said, quickly apply what you learned like I did. Now I know how to get my videos from Facebook and put it nicely on YouTube. And I know how to put the caption that is going to get people's attention. So I applied it right away and it works. And then she said, marry the process. Don't give up easily. Just learn it and be willing to even get better. Amanda wants you to be better than her. She wants you to make more money than her so you can keep giving testimony. And then she said, stay connected. So even if you're not doing anything, make sure you're on the Facebook group, you're chatting, you're liking, you're congratulating, you're celebrating, you're asking questions all the time. And then have a mentor, a money mentor, Amanda will help you. And she would help you with social media mentorship also. And Dr. Breakthrough will be your mentor to get you out of the box and fly like an eagle. Thank you guys so very much for your time. The Lord God Almighty bless you. Amanda, you have a beautiful soul. I can feel it
Thank you.
through the
Thank
camera.
you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for joining us on the Queen Amina Show. And we would be bringing you back every so often. So get ready. When people have questions, we would
Yeah.
like to bring you back, even if it's just once a month, to come and talk to us about, your program and how, because too many people are suffering financially. And if they can meet a real person that is doing real things for them to change their lives, I'm pretty sure a lot of people want to talk to you again. Thank you so much for your time. And
Yes. Thank you for having me.
thank you, Dr. Breakthrough.
Hey, Queen, I just got a quote just hit me.
Go ahead.
I never said this before. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Marry the process, and the babies called results will come. Oh, come on now.
Marry the process, and the baby
So
called
stop
results.
dating the process and go ahead and marry the process, and the babies called results will come.
I love that. Thank you so much. Dr. Stan, make sure you're nominating Amanda.
Oh, it's done. If you're waiting
All
for
the
me, you're late.
people, yeah. I think
Thank
my
you
team
so
will really
much.
love to see that. Thank you guys
Thank
so
you.
very
And I want
much.
to nominate you too because you are a blessing. You are
Oh,
incredible. Thank you for having Amanda and me on the show. Thank you for bringing value to your listeners. Thank you for the unselfish hours you put in. I always say this, behind the glory, there's always a story. And
that's
sometimes the story is pretty gory. So I know you've had sleepless nights. I know you've had heartaches and burdens. And so thank you for keep giving of yourself, even when you probably wanted to pull back and just throw in the towel. So God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. God bless you both. All right, guys. We've come to the end of the show today. Such a beautiful show, showing you guys how you can make money online legitimately, like real money making online. So if you're interested in any of what was said on the show today, make sure you're contacting me on queenaminashow@gmail.com, or you can call me at 403-390-0377, or you can DM me on Facebook page Queen Amina Show. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. The link for the webinar is below the video. Make sure that you connect with us tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, on the webinar success solution webinar.com. So we'll see you all tomorrow on the Queen Amina Show, where we are going to be bringing a forensic engineer to come and talk to you guys about cybersecurity, how you can stay away from cyber fraud. So make sure you're connected to the Queen Amina Show tomorrow. Until then, keep smiling and keep watching the Queen Amina Show.